We're back. This is a daily legacy event, February 15th, 2011. Playing Goblins versus Lands, game 2 after I got smacked in round 1. Again, most important thing here is the clock. I was down about 2 minutes. Go first, and oh, sorry. Kept a 7 land, no lander with Chrome Mox, 2 Vials, and a Lackey, and Leyline of the Void. Um, sure, I would have liked maybe one of these cards other than the Leyline was a land, but I think it's a pretty strong hand. I go turn 1 Lackey on the play with a ley line. Um, Pretty strong against his deck. Alright, then let's see. He goes Exploration from a Bayou, Mox Diamond, pitching Wood Foothills, and and he casts Life from the Loam. Uh, Not sure exactly sure why. Maybe if he doesn't have a way to deal with the ley line, because he didn't sideboard thinking I didn't have it. I don't know. But I swing with the Lackey, hit the Siege Gang Commander. Figure that was the strongest play. Put a lot of guys in, more pressure. Seemed better than a Pile Driver. Cast my second Vial. When things get interesting. Blaze Academy Ruins and Ensnaring Bridge. So right off the bat, I get that kind of explains the Life from the Loam. Had to empty his hand if he had kept just one card in hand, he would have been toast. So he lightens tutored, and I'm really worried here that he's going to go get uh, Engineer Plague, but he gets Null Rod, which kind of quirky in a way. It shuts down my Mox and my Vial, so it really, really shuts me down. At this point, I think I'm giving up on the attack plan unless I get really, really lucky. Um, so I have to get there with Siege Gang Commander. So he plays Null Rod, getting rid of my land basically. And he plays Explosives, but he can't use it with Null Rod, and I just failed to draw land for many, many turns. I just need 2 land. Here's the first one to start doing shenanigans with Siege Gang Commander. Easily get there. I mean, between Mog Fanatic, the Pile Driver, I would have easily gotten enough goblins to kill him. Then he gets Dark Confidant. Must be nice. Thankfully, at this point, I draw my second land. It's a Wasteland, which I kind of hate leaving it exposed because he's got his own Wasteland, but I figure I have to destroy the Bob, or it's going to just overwhelm me with his cards. Again, here, I kind of missed it here, but he played a Glacial Chasm, and he just sacrificed it. In a way, he has to sacrifice. He can't keep it in hand because of the Lackey. But I don't know if I would have just kept it in play and, at least a few turns. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe just it was an unwinnable position. Here, of course, I draw another Chrome Mox, which is completely useless. And, this is turn 11, and I've drawn 2 land, 2 Moxes. And it's partly my fault. That's the way I built the deck. But here I get to my second land, and I just play a War Marshal, try to get critical mass. But he plays a top. But again, all his artifacts with activated are as bad as mine because of the activated abilities being shut down by Null Rod. So there I start throwing them at him, and he's at 16, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's essentially at 4. If I can just get enough goblins to play my bad lands. Hopefully he doesn't get wastelands, so I can keep doing my thing. Just start throwing goblins at him, and I keep not drawing land. And yeah, this just keeps going for a while. No land for me. And there he gets Teleria West. He transmutes and the Tabernacle. Oh boy. Again, with 3 mana, that means I can, pay 1 mana to keep my Siege Gang alive and then throw a Goblin at him. So it's going to be tricky. So, end of his turn, throw 1 mana, then, throw a Goblin at him, lose a Goblin, pay Siege Gang. Very annoying that I can't draw another land, especially since it's a game that really should have been over much more quickly. Uh, Drew out longer, and I had to keep track of triggers, and I did a poor job of that. Drew Azure and Orbit again. His Null Rod shuts it down. You drew a lackey, which is good because I could play it after I paid for my Siege King. So just stick to the plan. I wasn't sure what he could draw. Explosives also dead because of the Null Rod. A lot of his good cards against me were shut down by the Null Rod. So again, here I drew a Mog War Marshal, and I'm just. Oh yeah, he drew. What did he got rid of one of my land with Wasteland. And I drew Shattering Spree, but at this point I couldn't afford to take out the Null Rod because he had an Engineer Explosives at 1. He got Sensei's Divining Top, and all I would gain was, nothing really. It's he was at 5. He would have had plenty of time to, you know, mainly the Zuran Orb, but you just bought him so much time just by sacrificing most of his land. So here I just stick to the plan, hope he doesn't draw anything else that might be relevant, and once I drew this land, that's enough goblins to kill him. Just need to survive long enough. And this was what turn 23 where I'd seen 5 lands. It was just pretty crazy. I'm a little bitter about it, but it got there. And yeah, sack that goblin, pace for the siege gang, and ta-da! I got it. We'll be back for the exciting conclusion. I'm at 453 and he's at 1106. Yeah, wonder how that went. Thanks for watching.